Why there are so many single people? I have devoted numerous videos to this topic, and we have talked about unrealistic dating expectations. We have talked about the wrong attitude. In this video, I want to share with you a really important aspect that so many singles unfortunately ignore. Very many people, despite the fact that they want to meet someone and they are actually actively searching, they do Tinder, they have hired a matchmaker, they go to speed dating events, they forget that it is really important when you form your approach, your dating approach, to be humble, to be kind, and to take accountability for your actions. Like always, I will share a story with you. I will talk about one of our clients, and when we have just started working with him, he said that he really wanted to meet someone. He did Tinder, he did online dating for a few years, and it didn't give him the results he wanted. And he had been married before, he was divorced, and after his divorce, he struggled to understand the dating market, understand how to approach women. And online at first, he got all this attention that he has understood that it was fake. Women didn't look like their pictures, etc. So after spending about 2-3 years on Tinder, on online dating, he has found our videos online, and he has decided to hire a matchmaker. And also he liked the idea to date someone who represents another culture, because his wife was American like himself, and he said that, okay, I want to try something new, I want to bring extra romance into my life. So all the positive, good reasoning. So we have started working with this gentleman, and he was in his middle 40s, and he said that he was unsure if he wanted to have more kids because he already had kids. We have talked about his long-term goals, about his values, about his everyday life, how he spent his vacations, Christmas time, to understand his life and what type of a woman can actually complement this lifestyle and not bring extra drama into it. So we have introduced this gentleman to a lady, and their first Zoom date went really well. They were located in different countries, and here could tell that she was interested because she made herself available to do video dates with him. She texted him, and they were discussing really different topics. So he said that they had deep, meaningful conversations, and they were talking for about 3 to 4 weeks. Then he flew to meet her. They have spent a weekend together, and after that they continued communicating. So they did video dates, texting, so they were basically in touch every day. Then they have decided to meet somewhere neutral, so they both flew to meet the neutral territory. Again, they have spent a weekend together, and after that they continued communicating. And then one day the lady, our female database member, our female client, she has called us telling that our client probably has changed his mind because something is going on. Like their communication doesn't have the same quality it used to have because he is busy. He tells her that he is too busy to have a call with her, to do a video date. He keeps rescheduling their video dates, and like his text messages, like he responds when she, for example, texts him, but they are like very short, and he's not asking any questions, he's not sharing photos or videos anymore. So she felt it, that something was going on. So we have talked to our client, and he has opened up. He said that, yes, I have met another woman on an online dating platform, and let's call her Marina. And Marina was just 32, and the lady we have introduced him to was 39. And he believed that 32 is like way better than 39. And just look at her pictures, they're like so gorgeous, she's so pretty, and she really caught my interest, and I really want to get to know her better. And of course we have tried to reason our client that you have met the lady we have introduced you to, let's call her Irina. And with Irina you already had 2 offline meetings, and your communication was going really strong, you liked each other. You could tell that she was into you, like you yourself have mentioned that she is investing time and effort into this communication, and it is so different than, for example, your other acquaintances through Tinder or through other dating platforms, because this time you are not the only one who is doing all the work, like always being the first one to text, the first one to suggest the meeting. He said that yes, that's true, but just look at Marina, she is like gorgeous. And I have tried to reason my client, tell him that you don't even know if she looks like her pictures, because they didn't have a video date, they have been texting and they were discussing a meeting. So there was a huge chance that she won't look like her pictures, or for example, she would be a different person, or information won't be like real. And even if she did look like her pictures, like chances were high that they wouldn't like each other, or for example, she wouldn't like him when they meet in person. But our client was a stubborn man, and he said that no, I want to meet her and I like her more, I prefer her, so I don't care anymore about my communication with Irina. I'm planning the meeting with Marina the next weekend. So for the next week and a half, our client was not responding to our messages. He didn't respond to Irina. And we have realized that yes, he flew to meet that Marina girl and probably he was busy. And after he met Marina, of course, he has written us an email asking for a call with me. So I got in a call with him, and he told that he didn't know what's going on. He met Marina and she looked exactly like her pictures. He sent me the photos. Yes, she is a beautiful blonde, and really she looked good in her photos and she looked good in real life. And according to our client, they had fantastic 2 days, and they went out, they were laughing. But after he has returned back home, she didn't return his messages, so she has ghosted him. And he tried calling, he tried texting her on Facebook, on Instagram, he found her on LinkedIn, and when he became like really persistent, she has simply blocked him. So for the first 30 minutes of our call, he was complaining that this Marina, she should have told him like straight to his face that she is not into him, or she shouldn't have been that polite, because he thought that she was so into him. She was smiling, she was listening to him, she was asking questions, she was misleading, she was evil. So he was bad-mouthing that Marina lady for like 30 minutes straight. And I don't know that woman, but I felt sorry for her. So pretty much I can see how it went. They have met in person, and she didn't like him. She didn't like him the way he liked her. So she was a coward, and she didn't have a heart to tell him straight away that thank you so much for coming and meeting with me. I had a good time, but unfortunately I did not feel chemistry, or unfortunately I don't think we have this long-term compatibility. So she could have said him something. Instead, she kissed him goodbye and she has disappeared. And after being sorry for himself, blaming it on Marina, blaming it on me because I didn't try to persuade him stronger that he shouldn't have met that Marina girl, and I have told him that he should read our emails. And anyway, after a few days, he has decided to text Irina, a woman with whom he had 2 weekends, with whom he had a really strong communication. So he has texted her. And of course, after like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks of total radio silence, Irina has realized that he has lost interest, and he sent her a message and asked her to meet him, asked her to have a video date. And she said that the upcoming weekend she was busy, she made plans. And when we asked her, she said that yes, it was true, and she made plans, and now she had zero motivation to change her plans or to cancel her plans, because previously when our client and Irina have just met, she has adjusted her plans. She was very flexible to plan and to schedule those 2 meetings, those 2 weekends that they have spent together, and also the time difference. So she tried to be flexible to actually find time, the right time for their video dates. And this time she has decided that she has done enough, and he has disappeared for 2 weeks. And before he has disappeared, like for about 2 weeks, like their communication was going downhill because he was busy all the time, and she felt that he has lost interest. And you know what our client did? he has started blaming it all on Irina. Something like, she should be more understanding, like, you know what, here I am texting her and suggesting her to meet, and she doesn't want to be flexible. She doesn't want to meet me. So, see, Svetlana, you've told me that she was interested. She is not that interested. If she was interested, she would have canceled her plans with her friends. She would find the time, because at the beginning of our communication, she was more flexible. I could tell that she was interested, and now she is not. So she is not a good match for me after all. Why I have started talking about being kind, about being humble, about taking accountability for your action at the beginning of this video? Because if my client has actually deployed this attitude to his dating life, he would understand that, okay, I have met Irina for 2 weekends, so we have invested 2 weekends, and we have invested about like 4 or 5 weeks into getting to know each other better. And we have brought this communication to the stage where it was logical to discuss becoming, for example, boyfriend and girlfriend, bringing some intimacy into it, and going from there to the next stages of a relationship, because it was already an early stage of a relationship. Instead, he didn't think about Irina. He didn't think about her at all. He saw another pretty picture, a pretty picture of another woman, and he saw that, okay, I can just pause Irina and see how things will go here. He didn't tell Irina that, oh, I have met someone and I'm not interested anymore. He has just decided to ignore her, like to text her from time to time, to reschedule their calls. He didn't think about her feelings. Of course, when you just start dating, when you just enter the dating market for the very first time, especially if you do Tinder, it is totally crazy to over-invest all your attention into one woman after just one date. But this was not the case. He has met Irina through a matchmaker, and they had several video dates. They had an offline meeting, like a longer weekend. They have continued getting to know each other better, like with consistent communication, like every day they have been texting, calling, and several times per week they did video dates. Then they had their second meeting, another longer weekend. So it was not just a random Tinder date. And he has decided that all women will like him, all women will actually do the same things as Irina did, like rescheduling their plans, being flexible, finding the time, always feeling happy to actually talk to him, to see him, feeling curious and intrigued to get to know him better, like asking questions, memorizing the information he was sharing. Irina decided not to see him again, and can you blame her? Like, he was absent for a few weeks, and for a few weeks communication was going downhill. So as a smart woman, she has realized that he has met someone, and our client has decided not to actually be accountable, to take this accountability for his own actions in this situation. So he blamed everyone, but he has avoided blaming himself. Irina was to blame because she didn't understand him, like he has decided to restart their communication and hopefully to proceed from the place where it all went downhill. And in his mind, he could just press pause and she should have been waiting for him. So he blamed it on her, that she was not really interested, that she has led him on. And he has blamed it on that Marina girl whom he has met online, and she has disappeared and he really liked her and she was fake, etc., evil. He even tried to blame me because I have introduced him to Irina and she was not showing him enough understanding and she was not forgiving, and in his words, I should have tried harder to persuade him not to meet Marina. So why so many people are single? Because they forget to be kind, they forget to be humble, and they forget that their own actions have a drastic influence on their dating life. I hope that you have managed to listen to this pretty long story till the very end and you find it educational. I love sharing stories about our ex and current clients, their successful and not successful dates, because I believe you can learn so much and implement this knowledge into your current dating strategy. Right now is the time to press like to this video, to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet. Of course, you can support our channel by becoming a sponsor, and you will also get access to additional video that we share only with our dear sponsors. If you want to schedule a complimentary consultation with the matchmaker, please feel free to press the link below this video to fill in the form, and we will contact you and schedule the time. My name is Svetlana Mucha. I am the founder and the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com boutique matchmaking service, and I'm filming this one for you in Germany, Deutschland, Munich, München. With love.